So, you want to throw a fancy party. We're here to help.
In this video, you'll learn all the best tips for how to throw a successful fancy party that will make you popular and help you feel less alone.
We're the How-To Boys. Step 1. The guest list. A carefully selected guest list is integral to the success of any fancy party. Just be sure to separate your guest list into two equal parts: people you fear and people who fear you. This will achieve something we call fear dynamics.
Step 2. Invitations. Sending out internet invitations or internet evasions will let your guests know that you are living in the digital age and that your party will be hip and trendy.
Step 3. Food. Bowls of gravy placed strategically throughout the house are more than sufficient for your guests' dietary needs. All well-mannered people will know to bring their own gravy-friendly snacks.
Step 4. Alcohol. Alcohol is perhaps the most important ingredient to a successful party. However, many hosts make the mistake of buying lots of nice alcohol, which is expensive and unnecessary. Instead, fill a bathtub with grain alcohol and Kool-Aid mix. If anyone complains, inform them that your grandfather fought in Normandy and that if bathtub hooch was good enough for him, then it's good enough for their pansy liberal asses.
Step 5. The help. Go ahead and hire some party servants. A day laborer will do just fine. If you can only afford one, be sure to place him in the bathroom. He can hand out cologne samples, condoms, and warm towels. Also, he can ladle out hooch to the party guests. It'll give your party that classy touch.
Step 6. Greeting your guests. When your guests begin to arrive, greet them with wet kisses on their forehead. It's European, and thus the classy thing to do.
Step 7. Party etiquette. Like any human interaction, your party exists solely that you may increase your social standing. If any of your guests fail to be adequately intimidated, thus upsetting the fear equilibrium, the time may be right to commit a murder. Take your guest to an isolated spot, preferably a soundproof room. Strangulation is generally the best way to go, but other methods may be preferable depending on the situation.
Murder can make a fancy party a little bit tense. If you can't play it off with a laugh and a shrug, then it's time to start treating all your guests as potential witnesses. We suggest chloroforming them en masse. Put them in a truck and dump them far outside of city limits. Then return to your home and start a fire using a number of different accelerants in varied locations. This will ensure that you avoid jail time, so you can throw another fancy party in the future.
After you've set your fire, return to where you dumped your guests. Lie down with them, and when they start coming to, pretend to wake up, acting real confused. They may not remember what happened, but they'll certainly fear you much more than before. And that is the mark of a truly successful fancy party.
That does it for this episode of the How-To Boys. Have a good night.
And don't forget to tip your day laborer.